You can change your entire life by changing one habit. Subscribe to our podcast to make listening a habit.
Change your mindset, manifest your dream life, and live magically with Rise and Align.
Raising the frequency, one episode at a time. Hello and welcome back to the Rise and Align podcast. We are your hosts. My name is Halie.
And I'm Demi, and today we have a special guest. This is Kyden, my son, and he has been lucky enough to have a very open-minded perspective on spirituality and many other things. So we thought we might interview somebody who hasn't been in physical so long and see what kind of answers he has. Welcome to the show, Kyden.
Hi.
What is God to you?
A guy floating up in the sky that I honor.
What does honor mean to you?
It means you celebrate somebody and treat them really nicely, to me.
Why would you honor somebody?
If they just gave me a lot of nice things and stuff and did a lot of nice things in my life.
Does God do nice things for you?
A lot.
Do you talk to God?
Once in a while I pray.
How do you think that the earth became?
It spawned it off of a boulder and then trees started growing because of a little plant falling off of Mars. Then dinosaurs came.
So where did the boulder come from?
The sun threw it at Mars.
Where did the sun come from?
No clue. No clue. It was, so a boulder was having a good old time eating his cheese balls, and then he dropped one in his sweaty hands, and then it got all hot, and it grew and grew.
What do you think you were doing before you came to Earth?
I was with Boss Baby in Baby Corp.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's what you think? You were in a movie instead of here? But
I was in Baby Corp.
Did you exist?
Not on Earth. With God. Floating. Like a baby. Then he threw me down in my mom's tummy when she was sleeping.
Where? Floating where?
In heaven.
What is heaven like?
It's full of clouds, and I met Zeus and Poseidon. And, let me think what else. I reincarnated a bunch of times in heaven, and then I came back to Earth in circles and circles. I was also a podcast guy. I don't know what my name was.
You have to hold the microphone when you're talking.
I don't know what my name was when I was a podcast guy in my other life.
Were you in the future in another life?
No, the past. Because I couldn't be in the future. Because if I was in the future, then I would have had to time travel away from 2015.
Are you in the future right now?
No, I'm in normal time.
Are you ever anywhere but normal time?
Yeah.
Where else are you?
2024, 2023, 2025.
Are you there right now?
No.
Well, what do you mean?
No. I'm there when I wait. Because God will look at the calendar, throw it down into our brains. Right now it's 2024.
He throws a lot of things down.
Yeah, he threw me down, and I landed on my head in your tummy. He threw down the calendar every year, and now it's 2024, and it's floating in my brain.
Why do you think you came to Earth?
I don't know. Honestly, I think God just grabbed me and he's like, "Hey, little boy," and just tossed me.
Just for fun?
Yeah.
Do you think before you came to Earth you were a boy?
I don't know. I need to grow older. It was, I forget who told me about this.
Did you have a body before you come to Earth?
It was invisible to Earth, but it was visible to everywhere else.
Would you say that it was kind of like a spirit then?
Yeah, a spirit, a soul.
How do you think that we got here?
Same as me. Just longer ago. A little longer ago.
Do you think that we existed before you were here?
Yeah,
How do you know?
because you were born before me, which means you existed on Earth before me. So same with her. I existed here, before you. I mean, you after you, a long while after you.
That makes sense, but if you weren't here, how do you know for sure?
I was a ghost. I was a ghost. I was floating and roaming the houses, helping the tooth fairy, helping the sleep god.
What do you think real means?
Something that exists and everybody on Earth can see.
What about the souls?
This is real.
Or the spirits that aren't on Earth but are?
Those exist on another planet.
Are they real?
To the other planet. They're still real to us, just not the same way.
Okay.
Because you can't touch them or feel them.
But they're still there?
Yes.
So what does existing mean?
Existing, let me think.
There's no answers here.
Yes, there is.
No, there aren't.
There's no answers. We're just
Existing means something that everyone can see, that everybody who's not blind and stuff can see. If they can see, they're supposed to see it, and that's how it exists, because everyone can see it, and everything here exists.
What about something that you can smell? You can't see it, but does that mean it exists?
The smell's coming off a pear. Of course it exists. It's just the pear smell.
What about a memory that you can see in your mind?
It exists to my brain and me.
Okay, so you know how at night everything gets dark and you can't really see anything? Does that mean that it doesn't exist while it's dark out?
No.
No, what? It doesn't exist?
No, everything exists. You just can't see it because it's hidden.
So I thought that you said, though, if something exists, that means that you can see it. That's what makes it real, right? That's what makes it exist. So if you can't see it, does it still exist?
Yes, it exists. And you want to know why it exists? Because if it exists, if it exists, you can see it in the morning. At nighttime, everything's dark. and pitch black, so you can't see anything. But still, if you can walk into something, like if I close my eyes right now, still exists, because I can still see it.
Okay.
I can turn on a flashlight and I can see everything, which means it exists. I just can't see it because it's hidden, because it's dark out.
Okay, so do you know that we breathe oxygen? Do you know
Yeah.
that? Can you see oxygen?
No, because it floats in your body. It's just like what she said. You can't see smell.
So does it exist?
Yes, just like smell exists.
So again, I'm going to ask you, what does it mean to exist?
What I said earlier.
It can't, because now we've proven that even if you can't see something, it does still exist.
Leave me alone. Please, you're older than me. I don't know this. How about you? How about I ask you some questions?
Okay.
What is life to you?
A physical experience of expansion.
And now I've proved that you have the better answers because you're older than me and you've learned more stuff. You are already past college.
Sometimes younger people have better answers because reality hasn't tainted their mind yet.
Ew. Okay. I'll start asking me more questions.
Okay. What is magic?
It's something that you can't make happen. It's not something that happens on a regular basis. You don't see it every day. So, magic, I think it's real and not real at the same time. It depends on what kind of magic. Magic is a type of thing people use to do different spells. Spells are like curses, but good ones that you can do to objects.
Okay.
Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing at you.
I have a question. What is energy?
Energy is this. When you're feeling pumped and you had a couple cream sodas in the car, sneaking up on your mom when she's doing her podcast, and then you want to run and you feel like a dog.
You got me there.
Okay.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A singer or a tech guy.
What's a tech guy?
Technology guy.
Yeah,
I want to work at Apple. Singer on my 2044 vision board.
You have a vision board?
On Canva, I could show you it.
Wow, I love that for you. What else is on your vision board?
Where I'd live in a big hotel, because I don't think I'd be able to afford a house at 28.
No, it was a big mansion. Who made you think you can't afford a house at 28? That's crazy.
I just didn't think so.
Why would you not think that you could?
I just didn't think so.
Why?
Working at Apple, I'd probably buy a little apartment.
Do you think that you could create your own company?
No.
Why?
I said no.
Yeah, why? Like when you're older?
Because I don't have anything in my mind.
What do you love?
What do I love?
Yeah.
I think hold on, I'll just invent something.
Yeah.
And I'll make a store. I love running.
Okay.
So I'll make a treadmill, but the treadmill will have we'll have a screen, but that screen, it'll show a little racing screen, and it'll be like you're racing other people online on there. So like you're racing people, just not in real life, and you can just run, and it'll show your normal running in front of other people. And then I'll make it like a game on the treadmill for kids who want to go to the gym with their dads, like me. And then I'll make little cones and stuff and holes. And if you fall into the hole, it'll say "Game over." You ran a half a mile.
That's a really good idea to make exercise a game. I think more people would exercise if they thought it was like a video game.
Yes. Just like somebody I know.
Okay, so you could invent your own company, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Is there a limit to how much money you could make?
Not if my company never stops. And when I die, when I'm in my deathbed and my coworkers are in front of me, I'll just say, guys, before I die, Tom's the boss.
So speaking of death, where do you think you go when you die?
Heaven or the other option.
Okay.
For me, heaven. For everyone else, heaven. Unless they sin.
What is a sin?
Something that's bad for the world, like smoking.
Okay. I think that God might forgive that one.
Not if you do it a lot, and that's how you die.
Okay, all right. How do you think that we can make the world better?
We invent what I'm about to invent and make my company. Oh, and we'll make trash picker-uppers.
That makes sense.
We'll make like robots that'll pick up trash.
So do you think that everybody can make the world better by following their heart?
If their heart does good stuff and not sins. Don't ask me what sins are again.
Okay. I'm pretty sure, though, that if you're following your heart, that it is going to be leading you to good things. Your heart doesn't lead you to bad things. That's not your heart.
It's only what would lead you to what you like and what you're happy. And some people are happy smoking, which would make the world horrible. That's why I don't litter at all.
Okay, we hate littering and smoking. I understand. Okay, do you know what your imagination is?
Stuff I think in my head, and it plays a video. I do it a lot.
That's cool. Do you think that there are any limits to your imagination?
Never.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah. What does happiness mean to you?
It's a feeling that it's a positive feeling that you imagine. I just explained what imagining is. And then your brain, the lines have the different feelings, and then it'll put the happy feeling in there, and then it'll swipe down and make you feel positive and open-minded. And
are there things that make you feel more positive or that you do to help yourself feel more positive?
Play with doggies.
Same.
What is an ideal day for you? Like an ideal Saturday, what would you want to do?
What does ideal mean?
What would the best Saturday ever be?
The best Saturday ever? Having a 2-night sleepover here.
What's another thing?
Beating Mr. Beast.
What makes you feel calm?
When there's doggies on my lap and I'm watching a movie.
That's happy. Me too.
Well, you get that.
Do you know what manifestation is?
It's technically praying. I manifested cotton candy when you said no. I almost rejected the king.
Okay. How do you manifest?
You kind of think in your head what you want, and then think of it happening. Then taste the cotton candy, and then just let it play out.
So can you tell that cotton candy story so everyone knows what you're talking about?
Yeah. So, everybody, one day I'm leaving the Renaissance Festival. The Renaissance Festival is a Scottish parade thingy, kind of, with beef sticks. And I'm walking out of there and I see a cotton candy shop. And I'm like, Mom, can we get cotton candy? But the thing is, she says no. And I didn't manifest. I'm just miserable walking out. Then the king passes by and he's like, do you like sugar? And in my head I'm thinking, well, what kid doesn't like sugar? So then I say, yes, I like sugar. And he says, you want cotton candy? And I'm like, I can't. My mom said no. And then my mom's like, you can't reject the king. And I'm like, oh, so you can reject me, and then just because a dude dressed up as somebody special can get me it?
He was the king. What if we would have been beheaded?
So I say yeah, and then I get my cotton candy.
So the thing is, you did manifest that. So
No, I didn't, because I didn't think of it or taste it.
okay, so when you were looking at the cotton candy shop, though, did you think about how it would taste?
I thought about how sad I was because you rejected
No,
my
before I
cotton
rejected
candy.
you. Before I rejected you. You looked
Yeah.
at the cotton candy. You thought about how it would taste.
Yes.
That's why you got it.
You
were excited about it. You were thinking about how it tasted. You did manifest that.
I manifested it before you said no.
Yeah.
And then I technically and then you rejected me.
Well, sometimes the world takes a little bit of time to catch up your manifest. What makes somebody a good parent?
Giving them cotton candy when it's a special day, and treating them good and buying them clothes and making them happy, not putting their hopes high and then just, ignore them and don't do it.
So taking care of them and
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
honest with them.
Yeah.
And loving them.
Yeah.
Making them happy.
Mhm.
I don't think the money's the important part.
Yeah.
Or the cotton candy.
The cotton candy I should give them cotton candy on the special day.
So celebrate special days.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. What is the most important thing in the whole world?
Family
Good answer.
and shelter and food.
Valid.
Do you have one last thing you would like to share, or any sort of short piece of advice you would want to tell someone? Anything that comes to mind?
There's one thing I want to say, but that's not really that's kind of weird. I'm not gonna say. I had a good day at school. Goodbye.
Well, Kyden, thank you so much for joining us and letting us ask you these questions.
You're welcome.
Would you come back?
Maybe 3 episodes later.
All right, stay tuned. Thank you, as always, for joining us. We're going to pull a card.
5 of Pentacles.
It is two women standing in the snow looking very cold with 5 pentacles inside of what looks like a church window.
And the themes around this card are lacking perspective, loss of faith in yourself and on others, low self-esteem, disappointment, scarcity, worry, anxiety. The 5 of Pentacles shows 2 figures standing outside of what appears to be a church. The once abundant earth, usually blooming with flowers, is now covered in snow. The number 5 is generally associated with challenges and tension. Look at the card again. The figures are so lost in their own despair that they fail to see that help is available. They do not think to go inside the church for help. 5 of Pentacles represents financial and mental difficulties. It usually suggests that your lack of faith in yourself and your potential may be causing the challenges in your life. Perhaps you have hit some hard times. However, the snowstorm will pass. It is time for a change. Work on your mindset. Ask for help. You have infinite potential. The only limit is your awareness. Focus on positive aspects and start manifesting the life of your dreams. The reversed meaning of this card, if this resonates more with you, is that the snow is now on top, bringing light into your life and putting an end to the challenging times. This is a time of recovery and spiritual growth. You are doing the work. The universe is here supporting every step you take.
Absolutely. And I hope that this podcast is a source of help and inspiration for you. And I think that card fit perfectly. I don't know if you guys can hear, but there is church bells and a church playing a song in the background. So it's just on the street from us right now. And I just said that. But also during this episode, I asked my son, do you think you could create your own company? And at first, he kind of seemed like sad almost, and he was like, no, I don't think so. I don't think I could afford a big house. I don't think I could afford this. And I was like disappointed because I've taught him different than that, but he's been going to school for quite a few years now. He's subject to a lot of different people and influences around him now, and that's why I asked him the questions that I did. Are there limits to your imagination? And when he said, wait, I could invent something, he lit up with light. You could see the change in his energy 100%, and you can do the same. There is no limit to your imagination. I asked him, would there be a limit to the amount of money you could make? And he said, no. As long as my business is going, it wouldn't ever end. Mm-hmm. And it is the same for you. It is the same. Money is an unlimited resource. Your imagination is unlimited. It is the creation of your reality, and there's nothing you can't have. And if you believe there is, it is only a belief that you need to clear.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I love that you said it. Your imagination is the creator of your reality. That is the womb. That is where that's where possibilities are endless. That's where you grow your dreams from. And we always say like sensation before manifestation. That's like, that takes that a step further. Mm-hmm. Like, you can create your own reality. And yes. Yeah, I think that, we're here to help you do that, but you have to want that, and you have to explore that yourself as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's also why I asked what is real and what is existence. And I think what he really meant to say, but that's a big question for anybody, especially an 8-year-old, is if you can feel it, then it exists, which is fascinating because you can feel emotions before something exists in the physical reality, and it will attract that into your reality.
You can also see things with your imagination that are not here, and that can help you bring them into the physical.
If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. That is what reality is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that.
Thank you for joining us for this rather different episode. I hope that this helps spark your imagination and helps you raise your frequency as we are doing. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say.
Do it with us.
Yeah, do it with us. Do it with us. We're all in this together. All right. We love you.
See you next time.
We'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.